Hey everybody, welcome to the Prime 4 podcast. My name is Bryce.
Chris.
Russ. Alex.
And I'm just checking on my Pokedex how many Pokemon I caught on my copywritten 1998 Tiger Electronic Pokedex. I believe I still might have a Mewtwo on here.
Whoa.
And it looks like... Let me go ahead and check my favorites, because I'm sure that's where I put them.
That is fantastic.
Oh, fuck, I called it. The only one in my favorites. Mewtwo. And it looks like I nicknamed him Conservatives Are And
Thought it would have been named Hawkeye or something like that.
No. You're going to have to bleep that. Though,
Ronan.
You can't say that in 2019. I got the Hawkeye haircut from Endgame. And let me tell you, I can't, keep it up.
Yep.
It's a stupid pain in the ass. I don't know how he does it in the movie.
Yeah. Well, there's people.
This is a team of people together for just hair. So.
Yeah, this is the same battery that has been going on since 1998.
Holy shit.
That's insane. And by the way, this Pokedex is to symbolize the release of Detective Pikachu this weekend, which we'll talk about later.
Yes.
We'll start off with Chris talking about something he wants to talk about.
Yep. Wu-Tang. Obviously, on the shirt. Wu-Tang. If you can't see us and you hear us, Wu-Tang Killer Bees on the squad.
Yeah.
Getting a district named after them is Staten Island.
That's ridiculous.
That's like...
I love it.
It's, you see the videos or whatever, and it's like the guy's ripping the paper off of the side, and you just have a bunch of Wu-Tang fans, and I think it's dope. I think it's dope.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I forgot to mention that we are back out on the set. The actual set, the real fucking set.
Right.
We're being watched over by the gods.
Shit,
We're on
the set.
This finger and
This
this
is the
finger.
set?
Right?
This finger.
Set tripping.
We're
This
being
is
watched over by the two greatest
Right.
that are currently alive. Eminem and Hove. This set. Yeah, what are you talking about?
This is the set.
Yeah, what did I say?
No, we're just... Never mind. You had to ask, you wouldn't understand.
Okay, I do not understand. Alex is messing with me. Talk about the other thing you wanted to talk about. Well, anyway, let's go back to the Wu-Tang thing. The significance about it.
Wu-Tang's for the kiddies.
Yeah.
Is that
Wu-Tang
like
for
tricks?
children.
Okay, Wu-Tang for the children. All right.
With Wu-Tang getting a district named after them, they're kind of... It's a nod to how much hip-hop actually means to New York. Mm-hmm. And that's super dope. I mean, there's already been, various street names, changed to match rappers' names and shit like that. But, getting an entire district, that's big shit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Is it the Shaolin district? Is it Shaolin?
It's Wu-Tang.
Oh.
Yeah,
It's the Wu-Tang district.
Shaolin.
Yeah, I don't think they put clan in it. I think it's just
No.
Wu-Tang district.
Yeah.
Well, Staten Island is Shaolin's, so I guess, they have their own district within.
Within Staten Island, yep.
Fuck yeah.
So
What's
does
the other
that
thing?
mean that Staten Island has the New York, Doctor Strange,
Like the Sanctum?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck yeah.
Is it in Staten Island?
The hip-hop sanctum.
I don't remember.
Is the Wu-Tang Clan defending that shit?
What if it? That'd be awesome in Doctor Strange 2. They're like, oh yeah, it's in the Wu-Tang district or some shit.
They have to do this.
I'm sure it's completely filmed and finished, but
Right.
if they just errated that or something, did a reshoot,
Boom.
Just for that one line,
Well, I
that'd be
don't
awesome.
think they've even filmed it.
You got to get Redman and Method Man.
Yeah.
They're
RZA and the RZA.
that'd be awesome. And Riz is also, I've been seeing him. God damn it,
He's in that
I've been seeing him. Yeah, he's in that zombie movie with
everybody.
Yeah, there's a zombie movie with a shit ton of celebrities. I think Kate Blanchett was in there. Bill Murray.
I know that Tom Waits is in it.
Yeah, Tom Waits. Who's the main guy? Kylo
Adam
Ren.
Driver.
Adam Driver. Yeah, he's in it, and RZA was in it.
Tilda
I saw.
Swinton, I think.
Oh, Tilda Swinton. Maybe not Kate Blanchett. Might be, but I'm not gonna fact check it because I don't give a shit. That's what you guys get here. You get a half-ass podcast.
Some Marvel
That's why
person.
we get half-ass subscribers,
Marvel person.
half-ass views,
Half-ass.
the usual. I'm calling you out, listeners. No, I'm kidding.
Coming straight for your neck.
Do the other one. The top one. That's what I wanted you to do because I don't want to talk about it.
You do want to talk
I don't want to talk
it.
about it. I don't want to talk about it.
You love these two things.
I hate
equally.
both of them more than the other.
Lil Wayne and Blink 182 are going to be touring together.
Shit 182.
Is this Savann's Warped Tour 2019?
You don't-
Is this
You don't even understand
I understand something. Okay.
the amount of awesomeness.
Is this party
Travis
rock?
Barker, Lil Wayne? That'll be amazing.
I don't know. Limp Bizkit probably would have been a pretty solid.
It's
Limp
funny.
Bizkit is a
funny-
standalone thing. Like I'd buy tickets.
It's
to
funny
Limp
how
Bizkit.
you're like Blink 182 is awesome, and then name the drummer.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
who's the lead singer?
is it Tom DeLonge?
I don't know. Is that correct,
Yeah.
Ross?
It is.
I'm not a Blink 182 fan at all. So
I don't know.
Wait a minute.
I would think the closest person here, other than Chris, would be
Oh, it's
Ross.
Patrick Stump, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna fact check that. I could be wrong on who the lead singer is. But Travis Barker is the shit because he branched out and did other shit, and then they kind of like did another band, Boxcar Racer, where it was two of them, but not the other one. Like
I can't
crazy
believe
shit.
you actually like Blink 182.
Oh fuck yeah!
That blows my mind.
I used to skateboard.
say it
and
ain't
surf,
so, Chris. I will not go.
Yeah. I used
Work
during-
sucks. I know.
I skateboarded back when I was thin, like way back in the day. And I went through a punk phase. Blink 182 was just shit city, dude.
Nah, man. It
Yeah.
was. If you think about it, they had Blink 182 songs on skate games. Like that was just the
thing.
culture back
The
then.
thing that people get mad at Green Day for is where Blink 182 started.
I like Green Day as well.
Well, yeah, because you would.
I have the Dookie album
I like-
in one of my vehicles.
I like Green Day.
If I had to choose one of those bands from back then, it'd be Weezer. If I had to choose between those
Oh,
three,
Weezer?
even though I'm not big
fuck
on
you
Weezer,
guys.
if I had to choose,
I would shoot myself.
Buddy Holly.
I'm sorry, but
Weezer.
you are Matchbox 20.
Yes,
Matchbox
I knew
now you're
20.
getting like too
We
like
could-
poppy versus like.
Poppy.
I could agree on Matchbox.
Weezer-
They were
20.
edgy as shit back then.
Weezer. If these are the bands that came out
May as well
during
go even deeper. Candlebox then.
fuck you, Candlebox.
Vertical Horizon. Couldn't even make it out of the
Candlebox, Candlebox has two good songs, and I would
they're
put
great.
them more towards grunge than what the fucking Blink 182 and Weezer trash was, which was like
Green Day,
which was like
popified itself, so you
mainstream
can't even really call it
mainstream radio punk rock is what those fucking bands
Yeah,
were.
like the softest of punk rock.
Yeah, I hated it so much because I went through like other Chris. He was going through. Well, this is when he had like his 1980 T-top Camaro in high school,
Yep.
and he was going through the punk phase. So I had to go through the punk phase, and this is when like listening to Green Day, this was back when there was old Green Day, then like Anti-Flag and like Tsunami Bomb, just like the edgiest of edgiest.
Black Flag also at the same time, right?
Yep.
Probably, I can't remember all of them because that was like
Well, then
it
you
went
got
punk and then
Jane's
it was a very short-lived phase I went through, and then it went to new metal. When Chris got the Disturbed CD, Believe.
Oh, there was
Yeah.
there was
first
that,
two Disturbed
that
albums
opened
are
my
some of the
asshole,
greatest
dude.
albums
That
ever
was.
made. And
Yeah.
then after that, we get trash. Like once
Yeah.
you hit
After the
What's-
punk thing happened at our high school, it went to like the emo music afterwards. I'm
Oh,
glad we were out
with,
there.
Good. What was it? Good Charlotte came around.
My
at that
Chemical
same
Romance.
time.
Yeah, My Chemical Romance. Oh yeah, Good Charlotte was in that.
Good
Weezer
Charlotte was
crew.
good.
Yeah.
That's good shit.
Yeah.
that crossover they did with M Shadows and S Gates.
Sorry, dude, haven't heard it.
God damn.
That's,
Are we gonna talk about the real shit today?
we're talking about
Nostalgia
music
episode.
now. right?
No, we're gonna talk. Okay, all right. Let me open my great big league chew
Nostalgia episode.
and my Kansas City sarsaparilla, and we're gonna talk about gun control here for a minute.
sarsaparilla, my kid. You gotta tuck that
let
right
me-
in the front of your mouth.
Right?
You gotta
There you go.
like dip
You
that.
gotta
Bryce,
dip
of course,
right here.
of course, you got the grape, Bryce.
All right.
You got the-
Where's your spitter, bro?
I don't know.
I left my spitter in the shitter.
I can't get it under my lip because I don't chew tobacco because I'm not a.
Whoa!
Oh, that's strike two.
Don't worry, I'll censor that for you.
That is super funny. I think the funniest part of censoring is trying to figure out what
I
actually
just swallowed it.
You just gutted the whole thing. That was tobacco. You would
What's
have
up?
No,
died.
I'm good.
Probably shouldn't chew gum on a podcast.
No.
Yeah,
I was gonna bitch about gun control, but we don't need to do that because we're not a political podcast.
We can do it.
Okay, then. Let me ask you a question, Ross.
Okay.
Guns can shoot people, right?
Yes. Well, the gun doesn't do it, but yeah.
People can shoot people with guns, right?
There you go.
The gun is the thing that causes the projectile motion.
Well, no shit.
Yeah.
so
But
the,
the
gun shoots.
But
them.
unless the gun can actually
person points the gun.
pull its own trigger, I don't think it's doing.
Cause and effect. What if you
No.
drop the gun in it, you have a misfire, it goes off?
The most guns.
What
have
if eventually
unless
guns
you're-
have AI and the gun starts shooting people?
Well, that
You
could
don't
happen.
Fucking know.
Yeah.
Borderlands 3 has guns with legs.
Exactly.
you go.
Fucking explain
We're
that
in the
fucking
future.
science, man. Explain that.
I should have got some. I should have got some
video games.
I should have got some actual chewing tobacco for this. And
I'm pissed a little bit.
Just
I was thinking
just
about going
throwing the rest
all
of your
out.
life away.
I was gonna get some chewing tobacco. I was gonna wear a Real Tree camo sweatshirt.
Are we gonna do a theme
I was gonna
episode?
talk. I was gonna talk with a fake Southern accent to pick up the big
You should
bitches.
have just dressed. Should just dressed like Keith Stone.
Yeah, and I was gonna
Fuck
tell you
yeah.
about my lifted pickup truck and how I
we-
can haul 3 big bitches at one time. Yep,
Do the 3 one more time with your.
3 bitches.
That is the best.
tree bitches.
Oh, that is
Okay,
absolutely the best.
but anyway, Ross, let's simplify this to the macro, right?
Gun control.
Okay, people can shoot other people with guns, right?
Yes.
If there are no guns, can people shoot other people with guns?
No.
Oh, fuck! What? What?
But
Did we just solve it? Conservatives! Gun minus gun equals no gun! You can't shoot people with a gun
Well, what
if you don't have a
But
gun!
how do you guarantee there are no guns?
That was really loud.
You can 3D print guns.
No, it's not realistic. I'm
Yeah,
just saying.
yeah.
Because that's like, when I was cruising the internet after that shooting that just happened in Colorado.
the one
that,
that they barely covered. Yeah.
Shout out to the
the-
hero.
I can't remember your last name, but Kendrick. I heard
Shout
a
out
lot about in
Kendrick.
in the news that he dove at the guy and disarmed him. It's so other kids can escape. He passed away.
I heard about
Shit's
that.
fucking
He's a fucking
heartbreaking.
hero, and it's
Yeah.
just like
And why do
The news-
kind of esoteric question, but like, why does the villain get way more coverage than the hero does? And this already didn't get a lot of coverage.
It's the reason why shows like Game of Thrones are popular.
okay.
Everyone wants to see that shock value and like they want to
Yeah.
see the most fucked up shit.
it's sensationalized.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did they end up releasing the manifesto of New Zealand shooter guy?
I know they had people talk about it. I don't know if they released it. I wouldn't look for it. I guess.
No, because see, that's the thing. Like, the media sensationalizes all these shootings, and they give you become infamous essentially if you're a shooter because. I mean,
look
what
at
they're
all-
doing it for different reasons, but generally they're doing it to get some sort of point across. Just like New Zealand shooter had a manifesto,
Yeah.
And the biggest thing you can do is say, "Fuck you! No one's
Yeah.
seeing your manifesto,
Yeah, exactly.
and you're gonna get shanked in prison by flesh knives,
If
and
you-
no one's gonna shed a tear for you." That's
if you make
that's
it
what
that
should
far.
happen.
Yeah, if you even make it.
Yeah, but in America, it's just sensationalized.
Yep, it's
Yeah.
like how all those serial killers are getting documentaries now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
like,
they-
that kinda
and they
pissed me
use-
off too.
They used to, when the shootings first happened after the mass shootings, a huge chain we had from 2016 after Trump became president, probably not related. JK probably related. There's a little causality there, but they used to immediately on the news, conservative. This guy was a Trump supporter and shit. Now they don't do it at all. They didn't do it for any of the school shootings. Like, they're not like. It's because, like, you generally know exactly kind of if it was political
They
or
say
not.
that right-wing violence constitutes like 80% of like
Mass shootings.
just
Like
any
just
kind
in
of
general.
and
Yeah.
like a lot of it's
Shooting up
unaffiliated,
mosques
and like
and
a
shit.
small amount is like far left wing. Like,
So whose lap does that land in? Does that land in the right winger's lap? Does that land in the left winger's lap? Does it land in the sensationalism in the
The
media?
people
Do
who
we
are
blame
like-
the people who incite these people to do it, or do we blame the people for getting?
Because
the way they are.
You remember when?
Are they being incited, or is it just
Sandy Hook was the elementary shooting, right?
Yeah.
Like I remember,
Right wingers claim it was a hoax.
Yeah,
Alex Jones got sued and lost for that, and he lost his career and all of his money in his divorce.
He lost his kids, and they tried to blame it on Hillary Clinton.
Yep, because he got sued by the Sandy Hook parents for such bullshit. Like, I guess
you have idiots who are saying it was a false flag or whatever the fuck they try to say.
There's like conspiracy theories, gaslighting, false flagging, but now there's finally legal action taken against these people, and they're putting a cap on it for how fucked up it is, because the media is sensationalizing this shit enough, and you know, the shooters used to get as much coverage as the victims, but now it's like they're getting held accountable for it. The media.
Should they make should they make a thing to try to make it so they don't like release the guy's like name and anything?
No,
yeah, they should die in obscurity.
No, because then that stifles freedom of speech, and then it doesn't really become.
To be fair, none of the major news networks reported the guys from New Zealand's name and whatever until Tucker Carlson on Fox News did.
Well, you got to think too, though,
because he's a freaking dumbass.
If they're releasing this information, right? And saying, okay, this is the person, that's a stand that some people are like, okay, we can accept them as a valid news place. Whereas
it's got to go both ways, Chris. You can't say like, oh, you don't tell me. Like, you can't tell me down like for example, down in U of M, they had where like you can't say like the ethnicity or whatever of a person that commits a crime when they're trying to. So why they should do the same thing whenever someone shoots something? Don't tell me anything about them.
Sure. What the point that I'm bringing up though is the fact that people start to release all of this information, and some of it's not even fucking true. It's not the most correct.
Then do something about
accountability. It's the first person to say that.
Well,
it's I think that dynamic needs to be tackled.
You gotta understand,
before.
the right wing, they throw out fishing lines hoping someone will bite, someone will go shoot somebody, or go bomb an abortion clinic, or fucking do this, and then they say, oh, it was just a lone wolf, when you're the one who called the guy Dr. Murderer or whatever for how many episodes of your show, and then someone fucking acted on it.
And before
people are battling to get behind an idea where the whole premise of the idea is fucking half-cocked at best. Oh my God, black people are so dangerous. Oh yeah, you're right. I remember this one time, and you start to build these theories and stories.
Well, there's all these Mansons out there who are on TV telling people, "Oh, this guy's evil," and then someone ends up doing something about it, but nothing ever gets back to the person who incited it.
Yeah.
No, you used to be. I mean, yeah, Manson got in trouble for that. He never actually killed anybody. Before anybody says anything, we do know that the far left is capable of doing these horrific things. Sure. Percentage-wise, it's just a lot less. And honestly, post it in the comments. If you know of these far left mass shootings, I would like to hear about it, because we don't generally hear about it sensationalized in the news as much.
I mean, the guy who was mailing bombs to like Clinton and Soros and stuff, that guy was a conservative. So you know,
that guy
was a lot of people shooting up mosques, gay clubs. They were
Black
most
churches,
assumed. I believe they came up as conservative and or racist, far right. That's just where that coinage lies, I guess.
I think it kind of goes hand in hand, because you either are or you're enabling it.
Well, the thing is that the side that they listen to or adhere to doesn't demonize them. Sandy Hook happened, and I remember Obama got on the news, and he seemed pissed off, if I remember correctly.
It's almost like then don't do it then, and these people won't do that. It's that kind of thing, and it's like,
and then you got Trump saying nothing about it, or
like with the bomb guy, where he's like, the guy had Trump stickers all over his vehicle. Trump says, "Oh, I saw the vehicle. I didn't really see any of my stickers on there or whatever." They show pictures of it. It's all over the thing.
And that side's not demonizing. And then you're like, you got no proof of this, whatever. And in the New Zealand manifesto, he specifically says Trump, that he likes Trump's ideals, but he's he's a failed president.
He pretty much said he was a terrible
leader.
Like leader, yeah.
But he likes all of his policies, but he's a terrible leader.
And it's like, are they even his policies, or are there things he's just saying to
It's more just like him ignoring things that are for their cause.
Yeah.
Trump has literally found like 30% of the population or whatever that'll just get behind like
Him no matter what.
hating black people. Or,
Well, and then you have and then like you have a New Zealand shooter who's like, I like Trump's policies. Turns out I hate Muslims too. And then bam, mass shooting. It was posted live, and you know, there's a person I knew that watched it, and he was describing it, and it was really fucking horrific. Then you got the manifesto where he says Trump, and then you realize that geopolitics, how far American politics
the reach is.
reach in geopolitics, and it's like.
It's a dangerous game we're playing.
Well,
I mean, we're a leading country. I mean, you can expect it.
Yeah.
just remember that even after those dudes from the Central Park were acquitted on evidence or whatever, Trump's like, they should have still been executed or whatever.
Yeah, it's.
I'm just
Oh yeah, those 3 black teens in New York or
Yeah,
whatever.
the Central Park.
Yeah, that rape or
Well,
whatever.
what about those,
he posted a full page in the New York in a New York newspaper or whatever, calling for them to be like executed or some shit.
What
if I
about
remember
those
correctly.
guys who went on that freaking national park with all the guns and stuff? They should have been killed too, right?
Well, if you use that same logic,
When's
but
that?
also,
With their whole ranch thing or whatever.
yeah. What is it, Big Rock or some shit?
No, it was so there's
The
a guy
militia?
named Cliven Bundy who was grazing his cattle on federal land for years. They send him a
Thing saying don't
thing
do it.
for grazing fees.
Yep.
He doesn't pay them, so they just start shooting his cattle because, well, they're on
Jeez.
federal land. He's not paying to graze them.
Yep.
All of a sudden, they all take up arms or whatever. They all a bunch of
Farmers, ranchers.
a bunch of people who supported his
They're
cause,
like a
I guess,
militia type
took
thing.
up weapons,
Yeah.
holed up in a federal wildlife refuge in was it Oregon or something
Might
like
have been.
that?
I can't remember.
And basically, there was a big standoff.
Yep.
And at the end, one guy committed suicide by cop or something like that.
Yep.
Jeez. I didn't hear
And the
that
rest of
part.
them got off really easy. I heard from what I heard.
No, what's funny is with the Cliven Bundy case, there was a jury nullification.
Ooh, there you go.
No. They
was it
fucking
bad?
let him off.
The
I
thing,
thought that's
yeah.
what would
all
happen.
right. So think about this, though.
Wow.
Also think about this. Back to my point about freedom of speech, being able to say what you want to. There's also a responsibility for what you are putting out there. Like, I can't
Exactly.
go into a building and yell fire if there's no fire in that
Unless
building.
you're a Republican.
You know, it's just like, oh, I say whatever I want, do what I want. There's a responsibility that comes with that shit. Do I believe that Trump supporters should be able to say whatever they want to about black people? Sure, but do I think they should have to take up the responsibilities for getting punched in the mouth or doing whatever the fuck that we have
Why
to
can
do in
someone
those
sit there-
situations? Yes, I do.
Why can someone sit there on the news and literally say this guy's evil, he's the devil, and like pretty much just wish like evil upon this guy, and then have people do it for him?
Then what
pretty
happens
much.
to I didn't hope for that. It's like
And then
I've
talk
been
shit
inciting
about-
people for months.
And then talk shit about gang mentality. Like, talk shit about mob mentality. And that's exactly what they're preaching too. Oh, how dare they protest? Like, that's what this fucking country was built on. Like, you 1776 and all this Boston Tea Party and all of this American history is built on the same shit that's happening
There's
right
about
now.
50% of the population in the U.S. that thinks to themselves, if nothing's wrong, if I don't see anything wrong, if nothing's bothering me, why are these people upset?
Yeah.
There are like about 50% of the population
called
think that way.
sociopaths.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of
That's
them
where
are.
words like virtue signaling.
And snowflake.
It's like
Well, I mean, they're the snowflakes. They just project.
I know.
And it's really sad. Like Ben Shapiro was on like the BBC or whatever, and he walked off on an interview
Of course.
and just started like getting mad at the interview and said, "I'm popular. You're nothing." And then the guy's like, "Thank you for showing us that there's no anger in American politics."
Yeah, I know.
Like as he was leaving or whatever.
Yep.
Oh, I started this, and I'm sorry for starting this. I don't think any conservative is ever going to listen to us this far in.
Yeah.
But I just want you to know that you're a.
You can't. Jesus cannot say that.
And
Now if I miss one, I'll feel bad.
Oh shit!
I'll catch it. There was three of them. There was tons.
Wait. Do it. There were 3.
there are 3 of them. Three
of you.
Yeah, all 3 of them big bitches. But just so you know, no conservatives probably listening to this, but I don't believe that all the guns should be taken away. I'm not some bleeding heart liberal cuck snowflake that gets hurt when kids are shooting up schools every other month in the United States. Because you know what, I'm desensitized to it. Like I don't care. I'm not. Like I love it. I love it when kids. I love it when kids have access to guns and shoot up schools. I mean, who doesn't want that? Who does? Alex, do you not want that?
The thing is,
wait, am I the bad guy?
It's almost as bad as when they're like, oh, maybe we should give the teachers guns.
yeah.
Oh, and then you hear about that.
Enough to not have guns and come to work.
And then you heard about the security guy in that school shooting where they think he actually shot a student.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
For real?
Yeah, mistaken a student as the shooter.
I know there was a different one where like the teacher like tased a student for like no reason.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there was a teacher who brought a gun to school because in Florida they allow it, and like it either misfired or they accidentally dropped it and it went off.
Oh jeez.
Yeah, there was I think a video floating around.
It's like Florida is the one state where you do not need teachers having fucking guns.
Yeah.
I am sorry.
Or anyone for that matter.
A lot of teachers said they don't care if they would get paid more. They don't want it. They don't want that
Oh
responsibility.
yeah, they don't.
Oh yeah, well because then if the school shooter's actually going to start stuff up, guess who's the first to go?
And
the teacher.
Whoa!
Right?
When do you have the green light to do something like that?
Imagine having to shoot a student that you have as one of your students and just having to like that.
And
Just,
Can you imagine being?
You do realize conservatives get a hard on for being able to kill something, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
But
Whether it's a person or
They
an
look for
animal, they don't care.
excuses. I gotta bitch about the wolf hunting in Minnesota now.
Okay.
Because Reddit, shut the fuck up. All right, shut the fuck up. You don't know what the fuck off. I love you, Reddit. I'm JK. We'll post this episode on Reddit, and I'll let you know that I love you guys. But I'm sorry. I don't like labels, but I would consider myself personally more of a centrist, even though I don't believe in labels and I despise party politics to begin with.
That makes
sense.
A millennial.
Yeah, because I guess I am a millennial,
that, like, you're Democrats are the centrists now because the right's so far over.
I like logic and morals and like bettering like the world. Yeah, so I guess that makes me more left because. Mm-hmm.
Well,
it's so simple to make things better, but it's being stopped by the right, so I guess I lean more left.
The thing is if you vote, if you live your life, if you spend your money in accordance with, okay, I really believe in this business model, okay, I really believe in this ideal, instead of focusing on what fucking team you're on, what fucking sports jersey
I
you're
believe
wearing.
in the Bible, I believe in what Jesus said, but fuck that guy, he's poor, fuck that guy, he's not what. It's like fucking, it's literally fucking, they're not even really Christians at that point. No. They're just playing at it, you know what I'm saying?
I think that parameter is bullshit because if you look at how people have evolved, and once you get into a particular group, me being a black person in a predominantly white area, you know what I mean? Yep. Mm-hmm. It's like, oh man, you're not that kind of black guy. I'm like, you don't know who the fuck I am. Like, you know what I mean?
You're not that kind of. Someone said that to you?
Yeah, I get that a lot. It's like you're not that.
Where
kind
they
of black
speak
guy.
with the fake Southern accent.
No, when
like, oh, you're not like the blacks I hear about in the news.
Yeah, it's like I'm. Not to say that I am a stereotype, but it's gotten to the point where culturally, I don't like to eat certain foods in front of people because I'm like, yo, I can't end up a meme online by just enjoying a fucking food in front of people. You know what I mean? Like, just...
all the old people going to eat at KFC. They see a black person walking in there, and they're just like, of course.
You right?
Of course.
I should have known.
Should have known. It's
difficult. It's difficult. And those aren't even like...
You can go to Chick-fil-A, though. That's the respectable chicken place.
Let Alex tell you about Chick-fil-A.
No, I would know.
But
we don't condone Chick-fil-A.
The thing is,
only its sauce.
Not even its sauce after you ruined it for me and I made my own that one time. Did you know it was fantastic.
Yeah, did you know you could buy it right at the store too?
Like, yeah, they sell it
like jugs of it? One jug.
Walmart has
just dump it.
Walmart has like their great value brand of it's called chicken dipping sauce. It's
really?
Called, and it's the same thing.
Holy shit.
It even shows chicken and waffle fries on the container.
Oh yeah. Your brother showed me that and when I had McNuggets over there and I'm like yeah, get that up in there. Yeah. Okay, anyway.
But yeah,
we got to get off politics, and I'm sorry, people. I'm sorry we got this far.
Sorry,
are we still on politics?
Sorry, not sorry. Just one more thing.
Okay,
go ahead. Be very conscious of what you do and why you do it. And if you do it because you belong to a team, you're a moron.
Okay, I want to talk about conservation quick.
Well, I was going to bash Chick-fil-A, but...
Okay. Just so everybody knows, Chick-fil-A hates gays.
Yeah, they give money to like anti-gay charity, things.
Well, they're like a Christian company. I mean, it's expected.
Well, you can be a Christian company and stay out of things.
It's like the Salvation Army. Like, we can't have you stay here. You're gay.
And
we're Christians.
Is their Christianity actually part of their business model, or is it a gimmick to draw in like-minded people?
No, because they kept it quiet.
Like
it's not it's not publicized until it was released in the media.
Yeah,
they're not open on Sundays. They've never been open on Sundays.
They project that. They project that ideal into their business for sure. Like closed on Sundays, which is a very stupid fucking business.
Yeah,
fuck you.
Dumb.
If you don't want money, be closed on Sunday.
It's a statement. It's a statement, though.
You know, Little Caesars used to do that because the owners are church-going people.
Yep.
They were closed on Sundays. They changed that right quick.
Oh yeah,
because they were like, "Wow, you can make money on Sunday." I thought everybody was in church. No.
The days you want to drop are Monday and Tuesday probably. Those are the least busy days usually.
Probably.
But they throw their little specials in there. If you're a XYZ for a job, you get a free da-da-da-da.
What's a
da-da-da-da? Well, you gotta really go there.
We gotta hurry up. We gotta hurry up. Right. I want to go into this conservation thing quick.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
So they outlawed wolf hunting now.
Oh, they did it again?
Yeah. And Reddit.
What about trapping? Can you still trap them?
No, probably not.
Damn it!
I didn't look at the specifics, but Reddit was up in arms about it.
So basically,
and they're like, oh, people don't understand conservation and shit. And I made a comment in there that I deleted because I was in the negative.
Oh,
I'm like, I don't want to be in the negative.
Just wear your truth.
It was truthful, but people didn't like what I had to say. Mm-hmm. And this is in Minnesota, and people were talking like they understood what was happening in Minnesota.
Yep.
And for those of you who do not know, we have a very strict history with wolf hunting, and that's because it has a lot of ebb and flow. We know people who specifically hunt up north, so we know generally what's going on every single year during the deer season. Yep. And what happens is the wolves from Canada and northern Minnesota, they'll go through the deer population and shred it, and then they'll have to start moving further south where it's more populous. And then
that's what happens when you're not doing anything about it.
That's what happens when you're not doing anything about
it. Let me.
They never get that far.
Because I'm thinking in this lane of all of the arguments that I heard on this subject. Preface it with what type of area do you live in? We're not in Minneapolis.
Yeah.
We're not in heavily populated areas.
We're on 60 acres right now of land.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're in central Minnesota, I guess.
Central.
We're in central Minnesota, but we have people, we know, Rick, I could say Rick, he hunts up there every single year.
Yep.
Up in
he hunts in one of the strictest areas there is in the state because of the wolf population, pretty much.
And the conservation is the ebb and flow, so the wolves end up pushing south to more populous areas, or they would, but that's when then they in-state. Normally it's a lottery for wolf hunting where a hunter would put themselves into a lottery.
Yep.
If you get it, you'll get the tag to be able to actually hunt a wolf. Then you stem the population growth from there and push them back north. and then the deer population from the south gets to move back north again,
Yep.
and then the wolves get to grow again, populate, and then they'll do the same thing and they'll move back down south.
Yep.
And that's generally what happens. Is it's taken care of. It's conservation. And here's the thing that was going on Reddit. They got all upset and pissy, like wolves are now going to take over the entire state. And some people were saying the right shit. Is they're still going to be monitored, and there's still going to be active efforts to keep them where they need to be, and that's going to be done by the DNR. And there's just not going to be a active hunting season for a fucking common hunter to be able to hunt a wolf.
It'll probably come back eventually.
It will probably come back eventually, but
It's just
the thing is,
when
once
they
you
don't need it, they'll get rid of it.
yeah,
once you actually get the wolf, right? I heard you can't even keep anything, so it's just to kill these things.
no, a lot of them are tagged anyway. They need them for research and shit. And
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
tracking
so
purposes.
you
It's
don't
sport more than anything.
just sport of shooting some shit.
Yeah.
Like, I can go out to the range and get paper targets and do the same thing.
I mean, it's like when you go to, like, a lot of the African things, they go and they'll kill like a very old, like, one that can barely, like,
Walking.
well, not necessarily, but
Well,
walk,
yeah,
but
if
it
you-
can't like fend for itself very well anymore.
Yeah, you
and
try
then
to
a lot
cut
of times the
it'll
meat
fend
gets
for
donated
itself.
to like the locals and stuff
Yeah,
like
the
that.
tribes.
They might get to keep like, something.
And this is what I got downvoted for on Reddit. Is people think hunters, especially in Minnesota, give a shit about conservation. Let me tell you, no one gives a fuck about conservation. I've met one person who is trying to go into the DNR. That's the only person I've ever met that has probably actually cared about conservation. But deer hunting in general, fucking massive in Minnesota. It is a hobby that's as fucking old as humans have been here, passed down. It's something fathers do with their sons.
I do it for the meat.
You don't do it for conservation, though. You're not Starship Troopers.
Well,
I'm doing my part.
I don't go out and like say, oh, I can shoot up to 3. I'm gonna shoot 3. I go out and I shoot 1 out of 3.
Yeah. You're not doing it for conservation efforts. You don't go down there and say, or go out and hunt and be like, I gotta stem the population.
Right.
That's not something people go out. They do it because they want to fucking kill shit. And they want to hunt.
To be fair, and eat.
Yeah, and a lot of these people, they live in towns and shit where they can't even shoot their guns like we can. We could just go, we could just go out in a field right now and go shoot some guns if we wanted to.
Venison's like
which
a
we
luxury
do.
item.
Yeah.
But-
can you purchase venison?
Maybe at some butchers, maybe.
Yeah, but people are hunting these wolves for sport. People are hunting these deers for meat, for sport. No one gives a fuck about conservation. No rich fucker from Minnesota, no rich fucking dentist from Minnesota. It's like, oh my God, that old lion is causing a fucking shit show in Africa. I gotta go over there and make sure I pop that fucker. I gotta make sure we take care of him, and then I gotta make sure the meat is donated to that tribe so they got something to eat. I could give $1 a day so they could eat, but I wouldn't get to shoot that old fucking lion that's causing all that trouble. So when
I just like keep saying more.
when you're on Reddit and you're talking like you're probably not in Minnesota, you don't know what you're talking about, but just understand that people are doing this for sport and only sport.
Mm-hmm.
And get that through your fucking head. No one gives a shit about conservation efforts.
I think,
and by no one, I mean the majority.
There's a lot of
don't
them that
care.
feel good. They're like, oh, I got one. I'm doing my part.
Yeah. And then you go on the Tinder, and then you got some chicken Realtree camo posed
Just
by
posing in.
a deer,
Yep.
and I'm like, Trump supporter.
What always annoyed me was them damn deer TV shows, like those TV shows where they go hunt these deers on these like.
That's okay.
I'm all like,
that we're on
Ted
the
Nugent,
subject,
have you been hunting
I'd
for
say
Ted
get a
Nugent?
life to those people.
Have you seen the one? And I'm gonna say the name on the cast.
Okay, we
have
should
you
go back.
seen Meat Eater?
Meat Eater. I don't know. I don't know the names of them.
It's on Netflix.
I
It's
think I
about a
heard
guy-
about that.
Yeah, it's about a guy.
I know you want it.
He goes.
good.
He talks
Powder.
about conservation.
Yeah, but
he goes. He talks about like just how good life is. And basically, the entire show is a hunting show, but it's like a hunting, a show about bromances masquerading as a hunting show.
Romance.
Oh, so they have sex in the woods while pretending to hunt deer.
No.
So like, Brokeback Mountain?
Yeah,
no,
Brokeback Mountain.
Man, you remember when I was 3 years old and really like...
You're going to have to bleep that.
Right?
Yeah, this isn't...
Sorry, Chris, go ahead and repeat.
There's only going to be 40 minutes of this episode left after bleeps.
Oh, sorry, Chris. Go ahead and repeat what you were saying.
But basically what this...
what is Meat Hunter? Meat Eater.
This Meat Eater show is he goes out and hunts with friends, family, different producers or whatever, and they just basically like connect on a real level. Like, oh man, so I remember when I used to go hunting with my dad, and you know, my dad was this, that, and the third, and I try to be this for my kids, and you know, hunting is kind of the backdrop of that show. But I know majority of the people watch that show and are like, I can fucking do that right now. And get geared up and amped up to do all of this fucking hunting shit. And like you said, they don't think about conservation. They think about getting those posable deer. Yep. Most of the times, if you get that big buck, that meat's not great. You know what I mean? Like,
it's a big deal. Yeah. It's a big deal. And I just wanted to express that because I couldn't really get my point across without being invisibled on Reddit about it. So if anybody's listening from Minnesota, you probably know what's going on. People from Minnesota generally do understand, except for hunters. They're throwing a big hissy fit about it because they're not in the lottery anymore to get their fucking wolves.
You mean
anyway, let's go back to the list.
Something?
You're going to have to bleep that one too, Ross.
Yep.
All right, so we're going to go back to the list.
At least we're giving you
That's
audio
five.
cues.
That's 5. 5, Ross. This is the point where we should be at 5 bleeps. 5, Ross. Okay, Logic, Confessions of a Dangerous Mind album released today. People are shitting on it on hip hop heads on Reddit right now, and
what is Logic?
He said he even said in the song, "I don't give a fuck about lyrics," and people said he was like, they said, well, someone said the production was garbage, but the production is good. It's that 6 production, but he was like freestyling, I guess, on a lot of the songs. So like.
He's like, I am now artiste. I can do whatever the fuck I want, and then we'll see where it goes.
Let me show you. I can be like MF Doom.
What did I say about Logic?
I wouldn't say
curse. It's the curse. It's the curse. As soon as I'm like, you know what? I think I'm going to give this artist a chance. They do something horrendous to fuck it up.
I haven't listened to the full album.
I don't want to do it anymore.
I'm just letting you know that it got shit on hip-hop heads on Reddit, which isn't much to go off of because like they know what they're talking about.
Are they hip-hop purists there? Like,
no, I'm kidding. I love you guys.
What type of shit doesn't get shitted on there, though?
They like... I don't know. There's always... They can always bitch about something.
Sure.
It seems like, except for... probably like Earl the Grey sweatshirt or something. They're really they're like snobs on fucking hip hop heads. Fuck you guys. You guys are snobs. No, I hate you now. No, I'm kidding. I love you guys. But I tried to listen to it on SoundCloud because we got an account, or I may have an account for the podcast RSS feed. Ross bleeped that. That's 6. No, I'm kidding. But I was only able to listen to the first 2 songs of the album, and then they're like, "Oh, you need the Plus subscription." And we have like the max subscription right now.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, you need the Go Plus to listen to it from your phone. What? And I'm like, uninstall.
There's a separate mobile one probably.
I signed into our account and I'm like trying to listen to it. I got through the first 2 songs, which are not bad. Uh-huh. It's Confessions of a Dangerous Mind and then The Homicide with Eminem, where they got the floorboards guy at the end. You know, the meme guy. He's at the end of that song after Eminem's verse. Yeah. Floorboards and floorboards. Motherfucking floorboards. Four scores. 7 years ago. I don't know.
He's the best.
Yeah, his
stand-up is amazing.
Yeah, he's at the end of that track. It was really good.
That's fantastic.
Production from those 2 songs from 6 are really good. He has really clean production, but... I guess it's not young Sinatra. That's what people are saying, and they want that back, which is...
I think Hov said it best. You want my old shit, buy my old album.
There you go.
Like, I get it.
I'll have to listen. We'll have to do our fucking take on it at some point when we start another show. Maybe we'll get to it. Mm-hmm. Remember last week when we talked about the 200 Riot employees?
Yep.
That were talking, or the 100 Riot
150,
employees. Ross, go
something
ahead and tell us about that.
Oh, the Riot employees. They actually did the walkout, and did like their own little protest like thing, and they had like a meeting and stuff like that, and talked about stuff like. And they said that if like Riot didn't do certain things within like I think was it a week or two, that they're gonna do it again or something like that. I think they said.
Yeah, that's
So
awesome.
how long was the walkout?
2 hours.
2 hours.
So it was not a lunch break.
It was sanctioned by Riot, I think.
Really?
They were okay with it because they
Well,
they went right back in and got back to work after the riot, so Riot's okay with it.
Well, yeah, don't you have the right to protest or something or to strike?
It depends if they're unionized.
depending on their state. They're not unionized. That's the problem.
Are they
That
a part
everybody's
of
having.
a
Well, that's with
right
the
to
crunch
work state
time.
or whatever?
But this is with the sexual harassment and people farting on each other.
Bro culture.
It's still funny.
Like, well,
Why would you do that? You're a grown ass person.
Could you
Why
just
would you
imagine?
Dude, it's
funny.
Could you just
Why
imagine
would you
sitting in
do
your
that?
cubicle and your boss just
dude,
walks up
just
behind you and
rips
just
ass.
If I owned a company, dude, and no bottoms in the office, dude. I'm like, oh, you editing that video? Yeah, that's a good one. Good
wait
luck,
for someone
buddy.
to say
And then walk away.
Give me some inspiration.
And they're like, Bryce
shit.
doesn't wear bottoms. It's fucked up.
Fucking bro.
But I need this job. Like, that's how you
the
get them.
worst
That's how you
company.
get them. And
Six
dang it.
employees.
that's how you get them because they have to stay.
God damn.
So that's how you go no bottoms. I'm glad that they called they actually did it.
Yep.
Right? Because last week I said that they're just posturing and they're
Yep.
probably just gonna give in. They're just
Well,
saying
could you
it,
think, like, for
and they
example,
actually did it.
with, say, Blizzard, they fired, like, how many percent of their staff? Let's say the rest of the staff just all walked out.
Wait, what did you
Blizzard's
say?
fucked.
Blizzard?
Yeah, if all the staff just walked off and picketed, they'd be fucked.
Yeah, and people were like,
That's how you get them by the balls. Because if the wheels aren't turning, if it's not making money, like they're gonna come to the table pretty fucking quick.
Yeah, and I saw on some article or something like, 200 out of Riot's 3,000 worldwide or employees or whatever walked out, and it's like it wasn't an international walkout. It wasn't global. It was
You gotta
literally
figure
just like
if
the
people
LA
are doing that
office.
in say Korea or Japan, the employees will probably accept it because it's typically age and male dominated over there.
Yeah, they're still in
respect.
that era.
It's like, oh, they're older than me. Well, I gotta fucking deal with it. Is usually how it goes. But
Yeah, elder stuff. The work culture for Japan.
you don't
is
leave
insane.
before your boss leaves, so that you end up working like
Jeez.
60 hours a week or something.
And if I owned a
way.
business there, no bottoms, and I'd sleep there. Around the
sleep
clock.
under your desk, dude.
No one would leave. They
Just
wouldn't
holding
even.
your workers.
Yeah, I would let them like nap.
Oh, so you're saying that
Yeah,
when they sign
and
up,
eat and
they're
have
on
breaks.
they're on one of those deals where they get their food, they get their housing or whatever. They just work for you forever.
Yeah, you get free.
Yeah.
You get free room, but no board. Yeah.
Well,
And-
Roddy, that movie, like, it basically spelled out the future.
Is prostitution legal in Japan? Like brothels and stuff?
I don't know.
If you're in a certain
Come,
area
Ross,
of Shibuya, maybe.
don't fuck with me.
No, I don't know.
Don't fuck with us, okay?
I don't have like a
Google
huge
it.
fascination with Japan like some people do. I don't really care.
You're wearing a new Habe
Whoa,
shirt,
dude!
Roddy.
Wow, wow, dude!
What does that mean?
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, I have no idea what's going on in Japan.
Is prostitution legal in Japan? This is important, people. Okay, hold on. Give me a
The
second.
red light district, right?
Oh, we don't have internet. We don't got internet. Intercourse,
Goofy sounds.
Yuck.
unspecified.
Unspecified.
I know. Hold on. I heard something about public morals. I don't give a fuck about your public morals, Japan. I care about my morals, and they are fucking rock bottom.
I don't know. They got rid of the.
Are you a conservative?
They got rid of the.
Yes.
They got rid of the panty vending machine.
Current
so-
status. Legal status states that no person may either do prostitution or become
Illegal.
the customer of it.
Illegal.
Okay.
But no judicial penalty is defined for this act.
Oh.
So it's illegal.
So let's say for the
Can't-
purpose.
Okay.
You know what? Oh, man, so I gotta go to Japan and actually work for it. It's bullshit.
Yeah, bro.
It's bullshit. I want to go to Japan
It's already
just to be a voyeur, though.
Okay. Okay, next on to the next topic.
Roddy seems like Bryce.
Just laying it on thick today.
Just like
I've seen too much anime to let that go.
Bryce like leaves for like 6 months and then you come back and he ends up in AV or something.
I'm gonna join the military and I'm gonna get stationed in Japan, and then you end up repairing radios in North Carolina.
No, that's if you're lucky.
That's how
Alaska,
they get you. That's how
Alaska.
they
That's how they get you. You'll go to Japan or Hawaii and have sex with the locals, and then and then they're like,
hot singles in your
"JK, North Carolina, enjoy your STDs,
Enjoy the low price housing and all this.
yeah,
other
low cost housing."
North Carolina is fantastic. For the record, I do have family there.
Yeah, Petey Pablo, raise up, dude. That's all you need to know. That's all you need to know. Go ahead and Google Petey Pablo, raise up. I think that's it for games. Yeah, we don't have a lot of news.
Yeah.
That's why I decided to talk about politics.
There's a couple more
as
things.
a time filler for games.
There's a few more nuggets
Games?
here at the not for games.
Yeah, do the Netflix. Do the
Yeah.
Netflix thing.
Yeah.
Alex, go ahead.
Do the Netflix thing.
Go ahead, Roddy. We watched this.
You watched it already?
Like
I watched
couple
it-
hours
I watched
after
it-
it
I
came
was
out.
gonna watch it. I was like,
Oh.
we're gonna watch it this weekend.
When I put that the article up, I had already watched it.
Like a
Dude,
couple hours
wow.
after it was on Netflix,
Wow,
Roddy's like,
dude.
wait, this is on here? So then we go watch
Talk
it.
about it.
I
Talk about
haven't
it.
seen it.
Netflix releases an over $700 million Chinese box office hit, and no one noticed. It's called The Wandering Earth.
It was so
Made
good.
$700
I'd watch it
million
again.
dollars
In China.
In China.
In China.
Oh, pretty much all of it was in China. Yes.
Yeah. Huge fucking box office hit.
Oh yeah.
Was it good?
It was their second biggest movie ever.
Was it good? Was their first one Legend of the Drunken Master?
No.
Was it Police Story 1?
No.
Journey to
Was
the
it
West.
Mr. Nice Guy?
No.
Was it Rumble in the Bronx?
It wasn't any of those.
Was it
who am
Rush
I?
Hour?
I think it was like a 2015 movie, from 2015.
Rush Hour 3.
Shut up. I thought it was pretty good.
It was
The Foreigner.
pretty good.
No, it was.
God damn it. It's Jackie Chan,
It
right?
was a Chinese-made movie.
But with Jackie Chan.
Oh, I don't
No,
think
it wouldn't
so.
have been with Jackie Chan.
the fuck is going on over there? Was Jackie Chan in this one?
That's funny.
No.
I'm kidding.
It's like it's a
I'm kidding.
watch.
Was it good? Was it good?
Oh, yeah.
Was Chow Yun Fat in it, though?
Was it visually good?
Well, considering I saw that the budget was only like 40 or 50 million, it looked really good for that.
It looked really good for a $40 million budget.
Yeah.
Like, you're talking that shit like Shyamalan probably had for a glass was like, what, 25?
20. He had 20
Was it good?
of
Though?
his own money.
Was it good, though? Would you watch it again tomorrow?
Yeah.
Probably.
Yes. Because I don't want to watch it alone. Is it like Sunshine?
Well, when I Googled it, like
I read the
similar
synopsis.
things, like Sunshine was one of the similar things that popped up.
Yeah, I saw
So-
Killer Sun, and I was like,
So
oh, cool.
it's kind of, but kind of the opposite, actually.
I heard, yeah. Well, because I read like the plot, and they generally,
It's
they're
like, the sun's like expanding or
So
whatever,
let's go
instead
away.
of like the sun
Yeah.
like going out.
Wait, so they really messed up and the sun's really like 9 point some billion years old instead of like 4 point
No,
some?
something happened to where the sun was like losing its
Magnetic.
fusion.
Yeah, like it started like not like it's like slowing down or whatever.
It started slowing down, started expanding.
And it
It
expands.
doesn't make sense.
He's saying the sun went into its next phase, or was
Yeah.
going into its next
Yeah.
phase. He just
But
doesn't
that-
know how to.
That only
Explain
happens
it.
once it runs out of hydrogen, then it fuses all the helium. Like, then it starts expanding.
That's what he
Well,
meant.
apparently something happened. Apparently that happened, and then, like we didn't know why
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
Wow, you guys didn't pay attention.
Fuck
No,
that.
we'll
Well, he
figure it
wasn't.
out.
He wasn't there for the first like 15
We'll
minutes.
figure it
so-
out tomorrow. And it's annoying that you knew that information, by the way. I just want to say that.
Well, I'm like, don't make me
He wore a
explain it. The
NASA
movie
t-shirt.
explains it. I'm like, please
Yeah,
stop.
the NASA t-shirt.
Clearly, he's an expert.
So the last thing that we got to talk about is the hype train. That's why I had the Pokedex.
Yep.
And
Pokedex.
and I don't know why I had Big League Chew Grape. It was like on sale for 75 cents. And I was like, smell that shit, dude. Oh,
That smells
say it. Say it.
fantastic. Just
Alex,
punches
you want
you
to
in the
snap?
back of the
Good.
throat.
You sure, dude?
No, good. I'm good.
Oh, Detective Pikachu. I did finish what I was talking about.
God, that troll was amazing that they did.
That I posted that. Did you see it before I posted it, or is it off the
No,
post?
it was when you posted it.
It was on Reddit that I saw it, and they're like Ryan Reynolds YouTube leaked the entire Detective Pikachu movie.
It was like 140 or an
Yeah.
hour 46 minutes. People were like, "Ooh."
And I was like, this is obvious, like no way. And then I click on it, and it's Pikachu dancing to like an 80s aerobics theme for like 2 hours.
Yep, pretty much.
Did you click on it? No. We gotta show you. It is.
I was like,
I
I can't do this.
I watched probably 15 minutes of it.
Well, I fast forwarded just to make sure, and then
Just to make sure. Yeah, it's like 15 minutes of that, and then it goes to the actual movie.
You never know.
It was awesome. If you haven't had the chance to look that up, probably just look up Pikachu dancing, and then you'll find it. It's really funny. Yeah, it's done in the old like grainy like aerobics video. It shows the Pikachu. I'll show you it. It's
sweet.
hilarious as fuck. And he's cute. I wish they didn't spoil shit in the trailers for Detective Pikachu, but I am excited to see it still.
Well,
This is $1 billion movie. I'm calling it. I am calling it right now.
What upset me is the new projections for like the second Godzilla are like way lower than it should be, and I'm like, oh come on, people! I want to see that. Well, they already have the other one planned, so
yeah,
I mean the King Kong one with him, but
King of the Monsters.
I want him to make money. Come on, people, don't be that way.
The Monster
Don't
World.
be that way, people.
Well, you shouldn't have had fucking Pacific Rim 2. You shouldn't have fucked it up. The first one was fine, and it ended fine. It could have been done.
Ron Perlman's character was so good. Hannibal Chow or whatever. Like,
Yeah, if you need money, just like not do that. Like just make something
you
else,
can't
an original
lose money
story.
on a movie that you don't make.
Yeah, in 15 years, then you can reboot it, and then that's fine. But like. It was it's one of those movies that had an unnecessary sequel.
Or if it's Suicide,
will not have a third one.
Or if it's
probably.
Suicide Squad in 2 or 3 years, you can reboot it.
Yeah, no shit. Got to recoup that loss. So when are we seeing Detective Pikachu? Is it tomorrow
I don't know
or?
if I am or not. I have to think about it.
I have to see.
Didn't you see my Pokedex though?
Yeah, I saw.
I had Mewtwo in it.
Cool.
Okay, Pikachu's when you turn it on,
I
Ross.
probably got like 8 Pikachus on Pokemon Stadium, if that's what you're talking about.
When you turn it on, Ross, it scrolls Pokedex and Pokemon, and then bam,
right there.
shows you a Pikachu.
Yeah, but he's not saying Pika Pika.
He could.
Wait, hold on. Can I actually get him to say Pikachu? I'm showing you too. Audience, you can't see that. I'm showing you too. It shows you a Pikachu. Let me go ahead and see if I can actually go and.
Okay, so what are we talking about?
Yeah, go talk about something. I'm going to my Mewtwo.
So I have to figure out. People want to see this movie in my house, and I have to figure out when they want to do it. This weekend is.
I hear
this weekend is jam
that
packed. I gotta go.
it's like it's a movie that you could go to with your kids, like even if you don't understand Pokemon and you like aren't gonna shoot yourself in the head.
If the weather's bad all weekend, I might go to it. But if it's not, I got stuff I might do. So
Yeah. You think it's a $5 Tuesday movie?
It's not gonna be like bad weather, like snowing on May, whatever, right?
Jeez, I was just filming a snap about that shit. I was like, that's that bullshit.
Yep.
That's that bullshit.
What day was it that it snowed?
Okay.
Wednesday?
Yeah.
What day was that?
It was Wednesday to Thursday.
So
It would have been May 8th.
shit, that was even later than that one year when it was like May 5th that it did it. Holy crap.
I'm
Yeah.
just sick of it.
Climate's
sick
a
of it.
changing. I mean, they're getting tornadoes and flooding in the south that they didn't get every.
Shit, they were getting stuff like that in like February and shit in March. And I'm just like, why are they already getting tornadoes?
That is insanity.
Well, we got that fucking snow
Yep, I know.
just yesterday or the
Yeah,
day
the other
before
day,
or
yeah,
whatever.
day before.
What was it? May 7th,
Yep,
and it fucking snowed.
yep.
Didn't stay. It didn't stay for
Like
the
in
next
the
day.
90s, it happened. I remember May 5th one time, but
was
this is
so
I
like,
remember
Right.
it snowing in June one freakish year, like a long time ago.
Oh my goodness, just never mind.
I think the only month in Minnesota it hasn't snowed. I think is August.
I think it's
actually.
August.
Like,
Yeah,
actually.
August is
As far
like
as
the
the record.
hottest fucking month
I know it
here.
is.
Like I love
This
it.
is why I'm hot.
I definitely like that's part of the shit that I didn't understand moving here because I've been in Vermont and shit like that, and I'm like I understand snow. But I don't understand snow at awkward
winter
times.
can be like 7 months out of the year or something. Yeah, I don't.
It's bullshit, dude. We got a motorcycle too, and it's like,
fuck yeah, I can't do that shit when fucking snowing on the road.
Are we going to Papa Hems after this?
Yeah.
To get fucked up?
Yeah,
Dude,
man.
we're not even done.
Yeah.
Exactly.
What else do we have?
Gotta talk about
Shout out to Papa Him.
Make it quick. What is it, Ron?
algae bioreactor on the space station that they're testing.
That's exciting.
It could make oxygen and food for the astronauts.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Future is now, man. Self-sustaining oxygen production and potentially food production.
That is freaking sweet. Tell us more.
Space travel almost solved. We just got to get the speed now and how to survive it.
Yeah. We just got to figure out stasis or multi-generational travel.
Yep.
God, it's going to be Pandorum, dude. Someone's going to go nuts.
Well, I was
Well,
watching.
you know that like
They better screen them. Conservative, can't go on.
I was watching.
You know that Blue Origin is Blue Origin's trying to figure out a way to cheaply like deliver like payloads to the moon, just like because it's Jeff Bezos. Like you figure Amazon figured out how to deliver shit cheap as fuck. They can figure out how to do it in space, right?
Well,
Jeff Bezos is our hero.
I was watching Ancient Aliens, and it's like, well, once we figure out how to like put us into like robots or whatever, then like it won't matter how long it takes to get somewhere. And I'm like, well, yeah.
That would be
That is
awesome.
fantastic.
Like cryo sleep or stasis. Whoa, that's just would solve everything.
Man.
Just there was just some way
Just
to
like
actually
wake up,
freeze,
everything's still shit.
freeze
put me
someone's
under for
cells from
another 100.
aging and also be able to bring them back to life without damaged
I
cells.
guess speed would be because they need to scout before they can actually like shoot something over there. So I guess we need to solve that too.
If you solve the speed, you wouldn't need stasis because it'd only take a couple years on the ship.
That's true.
Well, you obviously build boosters on Earth and use it as your ship, right? Mm-hmm. We'll be seeing that tomorrow.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. I think Frisky Dingo tried doing that.
Or that episode of Invader Zim. Yeah.
I've never seen that.
You've never seen? Oh, never mind. We get into this all the time. It's a cable.
Just don't be
no
surprised.
cable thing. God damn it.
I'm sorry. This is the end of the podcast.
Yeah.
I'm sorry if I triggered you snowflake conservatives.
He's not.
You far right.
Neither
Cucks.
one of us are.
Yeah, you far right.
None of
cucks,
us are.
You fucking sissy.
What does that
nannies.
even mean?
Well, cuck is when you have another
Cuckold.
a cuckold.
It's when you like
another dude
watch another
like,
dude plow your wife.
Yeah.
That is the most hilarious insult I've ever heard.
Well, there's like
The
people
more
that
you
get off
know.
on that and they're called cucks.
Well, if you think
That is
about
so
it,
funny.
it's conservatives because conservatives.
They want to see Donald Trump called
Well, yeah, well, that and the fact that conservatives love America and Donald Trump is fucking it and they're okay with it.
so they're already cucks, like you said. Yeah.
Conservatives are cucks by default.
Oh my goodness, I'm gonna call like 40 people that today.
All right, we're sorry that you unsubscribed. Hopefully we caught some people here. We won't be political in the future, maybe, unless we
Psych.
don't have enough topics and we need to time
Every
fill.
40 episodes will be or like 30 seconds.
Well, it's because we didn't have a lot of topics to talk about today.
Yeah.
Sure. I was going to ask more like questions on how much money it would take for you to suck a dick.
God damn it.
I guess we don't have time, so
God
maybe
damn.
next episode we'll get there. We're back on the set. Hope you like it. Let us know. We'll catch you next time.
Late.
See you.
Hey everyone, hope you enjoyed the episode. You could catch us currently at the Prime 4 podcast on iTunes, Spotify, SoundCloud, and Podcast Addict for audio only. If you want to see how fugly we look in real life, you can also catch us on YouTube under the Prime 4 podcast.